Today I'll be visiting the ruins of an ancient city. We're going to see a pyramid built over 1,000 years ago by Mesoamerican civilizations. It's not Chichen Itza, it's not Monte Alban, it's here in El Sabinito in la Sierra de Tamaulipas. And what really blows my mind about this pyramid is archaeologists only discovered it in the late 80s. And that leads me to wonder how many archaeological sites and pyramids remain undiscovered throughout Mexico. So I'm not 100% clear on how our modern day civilization discovered this pyramid, but I do know that the government was building a more direct route to cut through the Sierra de Tamaulipas at the time in the 80s. There was also a lot of logging. But I think it's really cool that it was able to lie uncovered for that long, because it's been preserved, it was preserved so well. And it's a good thing that I'm sure there's more ruins like this one, throughout Mexico, and it's a good thing that they lie uncovered so that they can be preserved. So I'm about to show you why Mexico is such a magical place, right? There's a parking sign here, and somebody wrote in, "Atentamente Indios." Here we are, finally, we made it to El Sabinito, the archaeological zone by Soto La Marina, Tamaulipas. I actually forgot a piece of my tripod, so I got one of the locals to help me record. So the story behind this place is that in recent history, the locals were coming up here to cut firewood, and then they discovered this zone, and they're telling me there are more pyramids around the Sierra that have yet to be, studied by archaeologists, but they're kind of keeping them secret, right? So the deal is that this plaza right here has over 600 foundations that have been discovered. So it's believed that up to 2,000 people once lived here. It's also the consensus that the Huastec civilization began constructing these pyramids and these, homes back in the year 200. And then archaeologists believe that they abandoned the area around the year 1200, 1300. All around are these foundations that have been wonderfully preserved. So here is where there would have been multiple families, living under one roof, cooking, sleeping, and all the stone is said to be from the surrounding area. And archaeologists have excavated this whole zone, found artifacts around this whole area, and we're actually going to walk up these very steep stairs, right? So it's almost certain that all of these structures were built on the hilltop to be able to watch invading nomadic people, or not necessarily that they were all invading, but to be able to see the surroundings, right? Supposedly, the consensus was built to honor the god of the wind, which I can't remember who that god is, and you see there's a tree growing out of the pyramid right here.